Hey everyone, welcome back to the new Unwind with me, Ben. Well, in the new version 2.0, I'm here doing it solo. Same format, same things, a little different games, but it's still me. I'm still here. I'm going to come here, yes, solo. Maybe, I don't know. Um, I haven't guessed. It's going to be a great time. Please come with me on this journey, and we'll see how it goes. Before we bring on our guest, I wanted to take a minute to remember the one actor who we lost last week, William Hurt. Some of you might know him from the old days. Some of you might know him from the MCU um, as General Ross. He was a good actor. He really meant he was great in everything he does. And so let's take a second to remember him. Alright, so before I get too melancholy, let me start to bring on our guest. You know him from Let's Get Ready, the Sport Out Show. Jacob, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing well, Ben. How about yourself, man? I appreciate you having me on the first Unwind here on your channel. It's an awesome, fun night.
I'm excited to have you on. Thank you so much for coming. And yeah, how, yeah, anything exciting happened to you this weekend?
Oh, quite a bit. I was on Kiwi Jess's channel last night for about 7+ hours. Thoroughly exhausted after that, but I actually did get a little thing called sleep, which is a crazy concept, but it worked out, and I'm actually not as tired today. I got a lot of energy and stuff, and had a great Any Given Schmo Day, which is our Schmodown show that we do over on the Let's Get Ready Network with Corey Cameron, Josh Cohen sometimes, and myself. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun because we moved the show over to our YouTube channel from Twitch, and we have phone calls on the show, so we have people calling in and stuff. And Christian Harloff himself has been calling into the show the last couple of weeks, so that's been a lot of fun. So yeah, very busy weekend for me, and very happy to cap it off here with you, Ben, and everybody else who got on the show tonight.
We're awesome. So happy to have you here. You know him from the next guest. You know him from all over the YouTube place. He's famous and I think he's on the Northern Entertainment with me sometimes. It's Snock. How you doing, Snock?
I'm doing fine. Glad to kick off another Unwind show with you, Ben. It seems kind of deja vu-ish, but I'm very excited to be here talking about a certain actor, I guess, at some point that I honestly had no idea he had that many goddamn movies, but we'll see where these things end up.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be fun. How has your weekend been, my man? Your weekend so far?
What's that? Sorry.
Has it been a good weekend so far? Hey,
Oh
Seth.
yeah, fuck it. Well, it's been busy again. Like you guys, I was on Kiwi's show for a couple of hours last night. Family over here today. Finally, a day off after a long week. So yeah, yeah. And been looking forward to tonight for a little while. So. Yeah, it's been a great weekend so far. It's actually warm in Winnipeg and snow's melting and there's nice soft dog shit in my backyard I have to clean up. But what are you gonna do?
Uh, well, I guess it's all part of the shop, right?
Hmm.
Let's bring on final guest. You know him from, he's all over the place on, in our community. It's Malcolm. Hey, Malcolm, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's the weekend's sort of finished for me. It's it's Monday for me, but I got a good night's sleep. I don't know about the rest of you, but
Yeah. And did you do anything over the weekend? Or did you?
not
No?
much. Just my usual things like hosting my show on said days. Well, and that, but yeah.
Well, okay. Well, that sounds good. Happy to have all you guys here to kick off this new version of Unwind.
Sure.
And I thought as one of our bigger hits before, I thought we might as well do a tier ranking. The tier ranking we're going to do today is one of one Nicolas Cage. Before we get into tier ranking, what are your thoughts on The Cage Man? What are your favorite movies on that he's done? Let's start with Legend. Are you a big Cage fan?
Yeah, I do like me some Nicolas Cage once in a while. He's almost kind of an acquired taste. He's a very I wouldn't say polarizing figure, but he's a very kind of eccentric actor, if you would. He's there's nobody like Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage pretty much in every movie that he's in. The National Treasure movies were sort of fun for me as a teenager, whatever I was when those came out. Sorry to date myself here, but yeah, I just on Kal-El. Yeah, and for like a more dramatic role for him, Leaving Las Vegas, I think is the name of the movie. I always get that in Fear and Loathing Las Vegas mixed up, but yeah, Leaving Las Vegas is a really good performance that I think had some Oscar buzz around it as well. So, like in terms of a dramatic role, I like that. That one sticks out for me. But yeah, man, Nicolas Cage is certainly Nicolas Cage. Yes, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, he had the buzz because he won.
He won. Yeah.
He won. He had that buzz going around for winning the Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas.
What are your thoughts on The Cage Man? It's not.
Well, it goes back a long way, like growing up in the '80s and stuff like that. I don't know how many times I saw Fast Times at Ridgemont High when I was a kid, but it was a bunch. But he was, I don't know if that even counts because he was, was it Nicholas Coppola or whatever there? And
Yeah.
and he was just in a couple of scenes. I don't even know if he had any words. But then Valley Girl came out, and everyone saw Valley Girl back then. And then, of course, Raising Arizona came out, and that was a fantastic movie. And then again into the '90s with it starts with Leaving Las Vegas, but then after that you get The Rock, you get Face Off, you get Con Air. So he took his entire acting chops or whatever in a totally different direction. Decided to become an action star of all things, but pulled it off. Like those are fun movies. They may not be great movies, but they're fun as hell, especially Face Off. Well, I consider Face Off better than Con Air. And then oh, oh my God, how dare you? And then yeah, started getting into the more kiddie stuff or whatever again. But I don't know what's on the list here, guys, but I'm sure hoping that Kick Ass is on the list because I fucking love that movie.
Dude,
and he was great in it.
Daddy?
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Underrated Cage role.
The dynamite.
What are your Malcolm? How about you? What are your thoughts on Nick?
When it comes to Nicolas Cage, like, I'm not a big fan of Nicolas Cage. I was going to make the joke that I'm not a big fan of Nicolas Cage, but I like Nicolas Coppola, but Snark ruined that joke that I was planning. But yeah, like, depending on what movies are there, there's definitely going to be some that I may have a really big hot take on. So, but I'm not going to lie, I agree with Snark. I think Face Off is better than Con Air.
I don't know if that's not as necessarily a hot take. I think that's kind of the consensus.
I love me some good Face Off, guys. I could eat a pizza for hours. on that note, why don't we get the thing started? Wrapping up the tier ranking. And
Ugh.
You want me to host this because I have it in a random order?
yeah.
Okay, so what I did when I built this list was I just took some of his more noticeable movies because he's got a pretty lengthy filmography. So I took all the ones that pretty much are well universally known, with a couple new ones, a couple older ones, but a lot of the classics. So the first one we're gonna. I'm not voting on any of this. I'm just here.
Yeah.
So the first one we have is one of his more recent ones, and it does have somebody from the Schmodown in it. It is Color Out of Space. If anybody has seen that.
I haven't. This is a scary.
Either.
Bueller?
I haven't seen it.
Wow. Let's put it in the.
So I have separate.
Is there a we don't know what the hell this movie is?
Yeah.
One.
Tier.
This is happening, guys. This is happening.
We're doing it live. We're doing this live on the air.
Let's do it live.
A little peek behind the scenes.
That's the hell. We'll put it in new.
Sure.
My computer's being really, really weird with my keyboard lately, so bear with me, folks, on that.
Yeah, my computer's not having the best time tonight either. So technical difficulties abound here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one I hope some of you have seen, and it is one of his more serious works.
Oh boy.
It is Adaptation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
This
guys
is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie, great performance by him in both.
Yeah,
roles.
both roles.
I wouldn't call it his best, but I would say pretty damn good. One about you guys.
Oh yeah, it took a quick peek at some of the other movies there, and I put it adaptation. I don't know if I'd put it in the best, but I definitely have it in like the lovely tour. It's a movie that I enjoyed watching for sure.
I would agree with that. I would put it in the lovely category, like towards the higher end.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone's agreed on that. Lovely. Malcolm, have you seen it?
I've seen it. For me, I'd actually put it in the best, but it looks like it's going to be lovely anyway.
So how about we put it at the top of lovely then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's high lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's highly lovely.
Highly lovely.
So next up we have Face Off.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think the debate here is going to be: does it go in the top tier, or is it lower than the best? That would be my question to you guys.
No, I would have it in the best for sure.
Yeah,
Me too.
I would agree.
Same.
Okay, then. So
Pretty unanimous.
I don't think this is much of a debate. And it's one of the few movies that I went back to see again in a movie theater just because I had so much fun watching it the first time.
Right on. That's always a good thing to go see more than once.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fun seeing John Travolta being Nicolas Cage and Nicolas Cage being John Travolta. It's great. I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
So next up, we have the first Ghost Rider.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is for me. I didn't hate it. It isn't a fantastic movie, but you can enjoy it in a cheesy kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I would put it. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, there's some things that are shit to it, but you know.
It's not a horrible train wreck like some of his other movies.
The sequel is much worse, but yeah, you know, Peter Fonda's in it. There's some good bits to Ghost Rider. It may not all come together, and it might be weird to see a 40 or 50-year-old Nicolas Cage play Johnny Blaze, but Yeah, like the scenes when he was the actual Ghost Rider, I quite liked. There was this, with the chains and stuff like that, the hell chains. Those are all good. So I would say it's all right. I wouldn't put it less. But of course, this is just my opinion. I'm
I'm
sure
not,
like, if someone said that this movie was the worst piece of shit they've ever seen, I'd say, yeah, you're probably
Nah.
right.
all right sounds good for me.
Yeah.
There is some good stuff in this movie. It's not a great movie, but I would say it's a fun movie with him.
Yeah.
It is fun. I remember seeing this in the theater with like a cousin
Ooh.
of mine, and we had a pretty good time. I remember it being like still entertaining, even though it's not maybe the best movie of all time, but it's not it's not the worst movie of all time either. I would say so. Kind of in the
Right.
middle.
Now, there's worse Marvel movies
Mm.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ghost Rider gets a lot more of hate, and it doesn't deserve all of it. I definitely think it's alright.
Yeah, I do agree with all of you on that. And it's funny enough, one of my dad's favorite comic book movies.
Really?
Yeah, my
Wow.
dad loves the Ghost Rider movies.
Mhm.
Even the Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah, surprisingly. Here's the
Oh,
thing.
we'll get to that one.
No, actually, I didn't include it on here. The only
Oh,
thing
you
I would-
didn't?
I didn't include sequels. The only thing I would actually give that is I really love the design of Ghost Rider and Spirit of Vengeance. I really like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only positive thing I have to say about it.
There are rumors, like, because there's rumors of every single possible character in the history of Marvel appearing in this multiverse of madness. And Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider is a name that I've seen thrown out there that is
Nick
rumored
Cage's.
to appear.
All right.
That'd be
I
fun.
mean, I wouldn't be
Multiple Nick Cages, yes, because it's a
Yeah.
multiverse.
Hmm. He's done it.
I mean,
He can pull it off.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get both versions of Ghost Rider
Mm.
and Doctor Strange too, the Nicolas Cage one and the one from Agents of Shield.
And maybe a
Right.
new one, too, because I heard Norman Reedus possibly as Ghost Rider debuting.
He
in
would
this
make
movie.
a great Ghost Rider.
He's the perfect Ghost Rider, even though he's a little older, but he's
Yeah, I was gonna
perfect
say
for
maybe
Johnny
they
Blaze.
could probably get somebody younger.
Well, here's the thing about Norman Reedus. He hasn't aged in 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
True.
He still looks the same as he did in Boondock Saints. He still looks
Yeah.
like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's yeah. Last thing I'll say on this, but I think for the character Ghost Rider, I think you don't need to get someone super young because it's not like he's a really
Yeah.
physical superhero.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's mostly CGI and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So next up, we have Honeymoon in Vegas, if anybody has seen that one.
It's been a long
I have-
time since I've
If
seen it.
not,
I've not seen it.
I thought it
So-
was good. It's a good movie. It was a great soundtrack. I remember that.
I have the soundtrack.
Dwight Yoakam's version of Suspicious Minds is
It's
still.
all Elvis
stands
songs
up.
done by contemporary country and rock artists of that time.
Interesting.
good.
It's
Yeah.
the best one. My personal favorite on there is Travis Tritt's cover of "Burnin' Love."
Okay.
Ooh, that does
Wow.
sound good.
How dare you? But that's fine.
Oh, what do you got against Travis Tritt there, Snark?
I was just saying the Dwight Yoakam song's better.
The Yoakum song is up there. Suspicious Minds is
But yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen the movie. I saw it when it came out. Like I rented it when they used to have video stores. I remember enjoying the movie, but to think back about what happens in it, who else is in there? Is it James Caan that's also in that movie?
Yeah, James Caan
Yeah.
is who steals Sarah Jessica Parker away from Nick Cage.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it was good. I put it into the, all right tier. I wouldn't put it into the lovely, lovely, lovely or anything, but it was a good movie. But if nobody else has a thing about it, you can put it just above average, maybe.
Okay.
Just
We can
about
start
bearable?
filling out- Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, just about bearable.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, next up we have one that I'm pretty sure everyone here has seen. Kick-Ass.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Great movie.
The best.
The best.
Does
I
it
would-
go above or below Face Off, though? Is my
Below. I wouldn't say
a little
below.
bit below.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider Kick-Ass a Nick Cage movie. I would consider Face Off a Nick Cage movie. Therefore, I'd give Face Off the the top spot, but I think I enjoy Kick-Ass more than I enjoyed Face Off, and I really enjoyed Face Off. Maybe in the top 5 superhero movies for me. I just fucking love Kick-Ass. I don't know what it is about it, but it's something about it that just got me.
It's a classic. It really is. And like Nicolas Cage in that movie as Big Daddy, I mean, what a freaking performance there. It's like
It was
he's
he,
not.
he got to go off. He got to be Batman. He got to
Yeah.
be Batman. It
Yep.
was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Malcolm,
good stuff.
I mean, like for me, I like Kick-Ass. For me, I'd actually just put it in all right. I think it's fine. I'm not actually. I don't love it as much as everyone else does apparently.
How dare you, Malcolm? How dare you have a different opinion?
Yeah,
So
you have your own opinion about something. That's fine.
Should we do lovely then, or
Maybe, yeah. We can't put it in the best and just say,
yeah,
Malcolm's
let's
opinion.
put it in lovely, and then afterwards let's look at the list and then kind of see from
Okay.
there.
Yeah, 100%.
What is the other
I'd-
lovely one
I'd
we
put
had?
it
up there?
before adaptation. Yeah,
I would put it slightly above that. Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, next up we have his Academy Award-winning role in Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, it's a
A
good
man
one.
who drinks himself to death. What
Yep.
a nice guy.
We had to watch this in high school, and it was one of those
Really?
movies you had to get a parental slip for them to sign it before we watched it. I don't know why we studied this movie. I don't remember what class it was in, but I remember really enjoying the movie and thinking that he was well deserving of the Oscar for this.
Mhm.
I mean, talk about Nicolas Cage in his best like dramatic performance. It's probably this and adaptation and maybe Raising Arizona. So I would put it pretty high up on the list.
Yeah, no, for sure it's gonna go high. It's a tough movie to watch. There's there's nothing fun about it. And this is how his career seemed to have been going. Like he had the comedy spots and then dramas with Vampire's Kiss and stuff like that mixed up in there as well, and then raising Arizona, and then dramas, and then he kind of the oddball stuff, and he wins his Oscar, and then it goes to the action movies. He does like 5 or 6 action movies after this, so he's like he got the drama bug out with this movie. But I would like it's not a movie I would ever like say, oh, I really want to watch Leaving Las Vegas again. But it was a great movie. I would think maybe it's in the all right tier.
maybe at the top of the all right tier.
Top of all right or low lovely.
Malcolm, what about? Do you have any thoughts on this?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm actually in the same boat as Malcolm. I haven't seen this movie either. So
Okay.
It's tough. Elizabeth Shue is really good in it as well.
But is she never good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
She's also very naked.
Oh yeah.
How dare you?
That's not a bad thing, Snark. Come on.
Where do you guys want to put this? And leaving Elizabeth Shue out of it.
Oh my god. I would put it in the all right tier.
Above Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we can mix this up a little bit later, right?
Next
Are
up.
these setting in stone? Is this how it has to be?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Okay, good. That's fine.
So next up, we have a movie I love so dearly, Moonstruck.
Moonstruck. Another mid-'80s movie. This is another Oscar-winning performance in this one.
Mm-hmm. Him, on the other hand, though, you could see where the looniness of his acting kind of creep in at times.
Yeah. Danny Aiello was also really good in this one too.
Great film.
I wouldn't say all right in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've seen this movie, so I'm gonna take your guys' word for it.
Malcolm, have you seen it as well?
I also haven't seen it.
Well, I recommend you to see this for the rom-com because Cher is spectacular in this movie.
That's what I hear.
She deserved that Oscar. So, all right from Ben. Rob?
I would think all right. Again, this is 30-something years since I've seen this movie. but I enjoyed it. Like even I was like a teenager when I watched it, right? And I still enjoyed it. There's good. It's a good movie,
Yeah.
but
No wonder.
I wouldn't put it into the lovely, lovely, lovely thing. It
Yeah.
isn't a movie that I've seen more than once.
It's Cher's movie.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I would put it into the all right tier.
Yeah.
Where
Maybe in between Ghost Rider and.
Yeah, I would
yeah.
put
I would
yeah,
put Ghost Rider third, like on the
yeah,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
side
for
of
sure.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
two
all
movies
right.
Yeah, that looks right.
and Ghost Rider. Like,
yeah.
okay, now this one
triple
I
bill.
know holds a special place in Dagon's heart, holds a special place in my heart. National Treasure.
Yeah.
Love this movie. Love this movie.
I'm not sure if I would call it a great movie, but I absolutely love it.
Oh, it's so
That's the
fun.
thing.
Well, it's Indiana Jones for a new generation. That's what it is. Let's be honest here.
The first time I saw this movie was 3 years ago, and I was just at home on watching Netflix. It was there, and I said I've never seen the goddamn thing. I've never given it a chance, so I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it quite a lot. I then watched the second one right after. It's like, oh, is this all the same? It's like, no, the second one is nowhere near as good, but that's fine.
I really do.
We're talking about this one, and I really did like it. I was honestly surprised how much I liked the movie.
It's a pleasant surprise kind of movie for sure, because you like.
It's a fun film to watch. It's just fun.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, you can turn your brain off for an hour and 45 minutes and just enjoy what they're doing on the screen for a while. That's good.
Have you seen this one, Malcolm?
I have, and I don't like this movie. I'd put it in just about bearable.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
So we have a just about bearable.
I would vote for lovely on this one.
Okay, Snark.
Yeah.
Do I liked it more than Ghost Rider, so I put it into all right.
See, I'm gonna put it in the top of all right because I seem to like it. I think it's one of the best ones he's done.
Right.
I was gonna ask you guys if we put it in best or lovely, but it seems like you guys are ranking it lower than.
How about we put it in
me
the
and
bottom of
Ben
lovely?
would.
Bottom of lovely.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I'm good with that.
So that works for everybody.
Yeah. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
And there's something unique in this movie.
I love how Ghost Rider's become the bard. Like, did you like it more or less? than Ghost Rider?
Back to National Treasure. Well, the one thing in there that's unique. Sean Bean
Doesn't die. Yeah.
yes, that's right.
So here's the thing: it's not as unique as you think. And if somebody actually did the numbers, he has not died the most on screen.
You know what also blows my mind is the movie Troy is like the most bloody freaking. So many main characters die in that movie, and yet Sean Bean somehow survives. It's like what? Spoiler alert! Sorry.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah.
You know what I was going to do right after this? Watch Troy.
Yeah.
Now why
Sorry
bother?
to spoil a movie from 2004. for you.
Based on a supposed historical event from thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, I'm actually curious to see who has seen it because this is another one of his earlier works, and it is one of the ones that actually kind of started pushing him into the mainstream. It's Peggy Sue Got Married.
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay.
I sent the clip to Ben earlier because it also has in a supporting role Jim Carrey,
Wow.
Oh.
a young Jim Carrey.
I have not seen this.
I haven't seen it.
Again, it's an 80s movie I rented for sure. Kathleen Turner, I believe, is Peggy Sue. Is that right?
Yeah, Kathleen Turner.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some actors in this that I was surprised were in it, like Nancy Allen and Catherine Hicks, who played the mom in the first Child's Play, and I was like, really?
This is going back a long. Again, this is what another 35-year-old movie that I haven't seen since it came out, basically, right? Again, it's a movie that I didn't dislike.
And since most of us haven't seen it, how about we just put it never saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the bin
No.
because it was good. It was good, but
What is that? Sorry
again,
to
I'm the only
clarify.
one.
What is the other never saw in there?
Color Out of Space.
Colors Out of Space.
Never heard of it.
With no kid.
It's a Brendan Meyer film actually. Came out a couple years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Soda, is Knowing on this list by any chance?
No. I should have.
Damn. I was hoping to put one in the bin.
Yeah.
Well,
we
you
do
may-
have
you
one
may
that might
have
end
a
up there.
you may have a chance here.
You
That's
may.
the thing about Nick Cage. Although it
Yeah.
seems we're ranking everything high, except for Malcolm. Malcolm's like, nope, forget it. But he gets it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure there's gonna come a time it's like I fucking did not like that movie.
Yeah.
There is one that has strong potential to get in the bin.
Wow, better not be Con Air. So
There's no Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance on here.
Ooh,
From the
it's
same
back.
time.
Oh my
This
God.
is one of his more recent ones as well. I think it came out last year, maybe 2 years ago. Pig.
I haven't got
So
any
many
extra
people
yet.
have said they like this movie, but I haven't seen it.
The best. I saw it. He is incredible in it. The best he's been in years.
Anybody else have seen it?
I haven't, but I just know have so
I'll take
many
your word
people who
for it.
said they love this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go around to seeing it, but just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it on it, but I've heard a lot of buzz about this, especially when it came out. People were like, he should get nominated for this.
Yep.
So do
Well,
we? Sorry, go ahead.
But if I'm the only one that's seen it, maybe it should be never saw.
Well, here's the thing, though. You're the one who's seen it, but we're all aware of it. We all know the reputation. So, I mean, based on that.
This is one that I'm willing to take your word for on,
Yeah,
Ben.
this is if you're strong, you're coming in, this should be in the best tier. Put it in the best tier. It doesn't have to be the top one, but if you like it that much, put it up there,
Yeah,
for sure.
It's also your show. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So.
How
Oh yeah, it is my show. It is the best.
So, okay, so put in the word. There it is. Okay. This one is the first one I took a gift for.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
What is it?
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
I love this film so much. It's so bad, but it's so amazing.
This is one of those ones where I'm wondering, like, does it go in the best or does it go in the bin?
That goes in the best. What are you talking about?
According to John Cusack, it goes in the bin.
Yeah.
I think it goes in the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Ben, where do you put it between Face Off and Pig, though? Does it go in between those, or does it go under Pig?
I would say under Pig.
Really?
Wow. So I got to see this Pig movie.
I would put it above, just saying this in the fact, out of the three of them, it's the most quotable.
Yeah, but does that make the movie good?
Yeah.
Well,
If you're using it as a tiebreaker, yeah.
Alright, put it ahead of everything. Put it at the top.
Malcolm, have you seen the Con Air?
See, there's a reason I made the joke at the start of the show about me preferring Face Off to Con Air. I haven't seen Con Air. So
just be prepared for not a great movie, but it is just such a fun blast.
It's fun. It's a legitimate fun movie.
Actually, here's the way to watch it. This is how I watched it the last time. Get together with a group of friends and just make fun of it. It's so fun.
Like a Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah. You just might have given me an idea for a Twitch watch along. There, so.
So next up, this was added at the assistance of Ben. Matchstick Men.
Haven't seen it.
Have not seen it.
Oh my god, this movie is so good.
I gotta add it to the list.
Yeah, and I would put this at the bottom of the best on top of Lovely.
So what is Matchstick Men about?
Okay, he's a con man with a partner who finds out he has a daughter after like 13 years. And the daughter and him from this relationship. He teaches her how to be a con person. It's really fun. What's his name? From Animal House is in it.
Paul Riegert.
No, McGill. Bruce McGill.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
And Sam Rockwell is his partner, by the way.
Right, Sam Rockwell. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on top of Lovely. It is so fun.
And anyone have any objections?
No, again,
well,
I'll take your
no,
word
haven't
for
seen
it.
it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's one I have seen, and I really enjoyed it. The Croods.
Never seen it.
Nope, never
I've seen it.
Not.
So what did you think of The Croods? Since you're the only one who's seen it.
I mean, look, I think The Croods is a charming movie. I think it's definitely up there with DreamWorks' what best movies, in my opinion. I'd probably put it at the bottom of Lovely, or in the middle, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I've seen it twice, but I mean, it is a great DreamWorks film, but for me, it is a little bit more forgettable. So I probably I would probably put it at the top of All Right.
All right.
Somewhere in between National Treasure and Moonstruck.
Yeah. You know what? Let's put it at the bottom of Lovely.
Okay.
Now, okay, so this one I know people have seen. I hope to God people have seen. Raising Arizona.
Oh,
Great movie.
classic.
Good movie.
I'm gonna be the first to vote and say that it should go in the best category. I mean, it's a classic. It's like the Coen Brothers at their absolute peak, and just a really, really amazing all around movie. So yeah, I would put it in the best.
Agree.
Yeah, it's just to say where, like.
Well,
I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, we can put it wherever we want after, right? Yeah, for sure, it has to be in the best tier. He was so good. That movie is so good.
It's
Malcolm?
great.
It really is. Like I saw it for the first time. It would have been either start this year or late last year. But it's just a lot of fun, and that whole chase scene of him running through the supermarket, having all the dogs and cars and everything following him it's just classic.
How many times have you been in the supermarket and felt that way? Like that just everything is collapsing in around you.
I mean, during the pandemic, where only limited amount of people allowed to swim, I was tempted to recreate it because why not? Give them something fun.
That would have been fun. So we're all agreed to this.
Yeah, I would put it up the best.
Yeah.
Funny enough, actually, it's one that's been on my list for years, and I still haven't gone around to watching it. And I know I should. I just haven't done it yet.
Ooh.
I need to go back and watch it again. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
There's one for a watch along for you there, Megan.
Yeah.
So the next one is the movie that people say has an older James Bond in it, The Rock.
Ooh, the best.
Have you guys not heard that theory that Sean Connery is supposedly an older James Bond? Is his James Bond but older?
Yeah. I have heard that theory. I don't know if I buy into it because there was also Never Say Never Again, which was exactly that with Sean Connery as an old Bond. But
doing the same movie again.
Say Ed Harris would be a James Bond at some stage.
Yeah. This is a fun movie. I don't like it as much as Con Air, but I do like it, and I just love the fact that he's a Beatles collector.
Yeah.
Like such a Nick Cage thing.
Cusack's so good in that movie.
Oh, he's in Con Air. This one has Ed Harris.
Sorry, yeah, Ed Harris. Yeah,
Ed Harris, John C. McGinley. Who else is in it? I don't remember who else is in it. So where do we put it?
I would put it top of Lovely.
I put it at the top of Lovely.
Top of Lovely, yeah.
Malcolm?
Yeah, I'd probably actually put it a step higher. I'll probably put it just below Raising Arizona and the best.
Yeah, I would put it at the bottom of the best one as well.
Oh, the late great Michael Biehn is in this movie.
That's right. Wait.
Sorry, not late great. I'm sorry.
I was like,
I was like, Michael Bean didn't die.
What happened to
Right.
Michael Bean?
Sorry, I apologize. My brain does things sometimes. We got Sean
Dagan's
Connery
trying to
as the
start
late great.
rumors like TMZ.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! What 7.5 hours of streaming does to me, guys.
Yep, for sure. Extreme brain.
So
They're
the
killing
bottom,
off actors.
the bottom of the best then?
Yep.
Okay, next
Yeah.
up is the second one I got a gift for. Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie, but I personally would. It's not amongst his best for me.
No, like looking at the tiers and stuff like that, what I would think would be just about bearable.
Yeah, me too.
I would put
Yeah,
it
I
again
mean,
in the bin.
it's fun, but it's just about bearable. Yeah.
I haven't seen them, so I'll take your word for it.
So, okay, we'll put it there then.
He's very
Fucking-
Nick Cagey in that movie, though. For
Very
sure.
much so. This is during that and Face Off time where he was just. Now this movie is the one I put on here that I'm pretty sure will go in the bin.
Sure.
Wicker Man.
The
The
Wicker
Bees!
Man.
Not the me!
Not the bees!
So the
Yeah,
bin.
get it in
Bin.
the bin.
And the bees. I mean the bin.
As
I would
Gordon
actually-
Ramsay
I would-
would say, "Go to
What?
get it in the bin."
You
I would
cheer
actually put it just below Ghost Rider in all white.
Wow.
It's a
Wow.
lot of this movie's a lot of fun. It's so bad that it's enjoyable to watch, and because of the memes is why I have fun watching it.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So would you put it just about bearable then?
I put it
Something's
just
gotta
below-
be in the
I'll put
bin.
it in all white, just under Ghost Rider. I'll put it above Gone in 60 Seconds.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh.
I think something's got to be in the bin.
Well, we can always switch things around here in a bit, but
I mean,
yeah,
the one thing
like
also
I don't want to
House
throw,
said,
I don't want to throw
I'm-
something in the bin if one of us actually does enjoy it.
Yeah,
The end of the movie where he punches a bear, right?
Mm.
Does he?
I don't know.
Punches a bear. Hold on.
Oh, somebody in a bear costume?
Nick Cage in a bear costume. Yep.
Well, let's take it out of the bin.
Yeah. So how about
The top is just about bearable,
how about above right there? How's about that? And then, like I said,
Okay.
and then yeah, we can discuss after.
Not the bees, not the bees.
oh my lord. So this
Exactly.
next one is one half of the very first double feature I did in theaters, along with Predators. It's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I personally-
Ooh.
For me, this is one of my favorite Nick Cage films.
I'm
I-
going
I-
to disagree with you, Soda. I do not like this movie at all.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
think it's
Minority on this one.
cheesy as hell. It's just Nicolas Cage seems kind of out of his element in it. I'm not a fan. I gotta say.
Yeah, I think I'm
Look
a
at-
minority.
I wouldn't put it in the bin, but I would say it's like got to be at least like a low, just about bearable, or at best high bearable. I don't know.
What do you think, Malcolm?
I think Mickey Mouse was a better Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage and Disney should not mix, not at all. I
Well,
think.
Isn't National Treasure a Disney movie?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I have a story about this. This is one of the first. I remember going to see this movie with my wife. My wife does not like scary things at all, so we figured, fine, we can go watch a PG Nicolas Cage movie about a magician. It'll be fine. And I remember I don't know if it's some kind of a jump scare, but she grabbed my arm and actually leapt out of her chair at one scene during the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I couldn't stop fucking laughing for the rest of the night. So I have a good memory about that thing. Unfortunately, that's the only good memory I have about that movie, which I did not enjoy at all, but I enjoyed that one part.
like I said, I'm in the minority of this. This is one of my favorite ones to rewatch. I just have so much fun in it. I love Jay Baruchel. It introduced me to one of my favorite One Republic songs. Yeah, like, but
You're not allowed to vote, Soda. He says you can't vote. So.
in the bin,
Get it in the bin. I changed my mind.
Put it
Get it in the bin.
I'm honestly surprised that's the one that ended up in the bin. Personally,
I'm
I
not.
still think
I'm
Wicker
not.
Man should be in there, but yeah.
Okay, so now we're at the last one in the list, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, actually his most recent one, Willy's Wonderland.
Bye.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Me too.
I like this movie. It's very weird because he did not say a word in the whole movie.
Wait, what?
Yep. He completely silent in the whole movie.
Yeah, that's part of the gimmick.
Yeah. I don't like this movie. I'd put it in the bin. I don't want to go back and watch this.
Wow. All right. Well, I
So,
haven't seen it. I've never even heard of this movie before.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. Just yeah. It's one of those. He basically has to go in for and deal with a haunted amusement. No, I might be mistaken.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese gone evil.
Yeah. I mean, I think this kind of got lost in stuff because I can't remember whenabouts it came out last year.
Yeah.
But I don't think it got a lot of fanfare. That's for sure.
No,
like I'd never, like, if it came out in the theater, I'd never even heard of it. I'd never seen a commercial for it. I didn't know this movie existed until this very moment.
Yeah, I'm putting it. I wouldn't put it at the trash available, but yeah, I'm putting it in the bin. Everybody. Yeah.
So that's all the movies. So now let's do this. So okay, we'll start at the bottom. Or how do we go about this? Okay, Con Air, is it better than any of these movies?
Is it better?
Yeah, was it better
Like,
than Face Off, Pig, Raising Arizona, and The Rock?
No. I still say Face Off was better.
Okay, so it's.
I still think Face Off is the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a class. It's like, what movie do you think of first when you think of Nicolas Cage? And to me, it's Face Off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me, it's usually Con Air or Sorcerer's Apprentice. Is it better than Pig?
No.
I don't have a vote. I have not seen it, so I have no idea. But I know that people fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different, you know. Face Off is more fun, but Pig is more meaty of an acting role. You really can't compare them.
So, okay, then. Is it better? Nope. Just because everyone loves it. Is it better than The Rock, which is the one it does get compared to a lot?
It's better than The Rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looks like the correct lineup to me.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
That's
in
for the
Lovely,
best.
Lovely, Lovely, do any of these deserve to get bumped up or down?
Well, I
I
would
think-
bump up Kick-Ass, but
Yeah.
you know,
I
but
think
I'm,
Kick-Ass should be at the top of that list.
I would.
I haven't
I
seen
would.
Matchstick Men, so.
I would at least have it above The Rock on there, but if
Okay.
it's on that tier, I think it's the top of that tier for sure.
So, Matchstick Men better than Kick-Ass. I think Ben was the only one who saw Matchstick Men.
Yeah, Kick-Ass is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Matchstick Men better than Adaptation?
I think it is.
I'll take your
Who
word
else saw
for it.
Adaptation again?
I thought
I've seen it.
Adaptation's really good, but I haven't
Adaptation's
seen Matchstick Man. So if someone's seen both and they think that Matchstick
Yeah,
Man
I'll
is better,
base it on that. Is it better than National Treasure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Subjectively, as a movie, yeah, probably.
yeah, like it's like again, National Treasure is a fun movie to watch. I wouldn't say it's a great movie, but it's fun.
Okay, is it better than The Cruise?
I don't know, never saw it.
Okay, well, but we just leave those two there. And all right. We got Moonstruck, Leaving Las Vegas, and Ghost Rider, the bar for this tier list.
That looks
I
correct.
think it's a good lineup.
And I agree with Dagan. That looks correct as well. Okay, just about bearable. We've got Wicker Man, Honeymoon in Vegas, and Gone in 60 Seconds. Is Wicker Man better than Honeymoon in Vegas?
No, I haven't seen Honey.
We have one person here that really fucking enjoys that movie, and all I can say is like I think I was the only one who's seen Honeymoon in Vegas. It's like it was all right 30 years ago. I haven't ever wanted to pick it up again. So, and he's seen another movie more recently. So I think this lineup is probably about right, unless someone thinks that Gone in 60 Seconds is better than Honeymoon in Vegas.
Saw Gone in
It's
60
better than Wicker Man.
Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to swapping Wicker Man and Gone in 60 Seconds, to be fair. I mean,
Okay.
Why don't you put Honeymoon in
That
Vegas
looks
on the
correct to
end?
me.
Because no one's
Yeah.
actually seen Honeymoon
Yeah.
in Vegas but me.
That makes
Okay. So that looks good then. Okay, so how about Sorcerer's Apprentice and Willy's Wonderland?
Sure.
I think that works because most of us have
Yeah.
seen Sorcerer's Apprentice. Ben's the only one who's seen. Ben and Malcolm, I believe, were the only ones who saw Willy's Wonderland. Did you saw that?
Did not like
yeah,
it.
yeah. Also, I looked up what came out the same weekend as Willy's Wonderland. That was the same weekend Judas and the Black Messiah came out.
Oh.
Ah.
That makes sense. Okay,
I
and
will-
then
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna end it, but go ahead, Diggin.
No, I was going to say there was a couple movies noticeably absent from this list that I think should have been in there. Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
See, here's the
Gross.
thing.
In the bin. Get
In
it
the
in the
bin.
bin.
It's a
Knowing, in the bin.
Bin.
Bangkok, Dangerous,
Ben.
in the bin.
That was Snake
There's a-
Eyes. Remember Snake Eyes? That
Snake
one was
Eyes.
okay.
Ugh.
8 millimeters.
That would have been just about bearable.
Oh, how
8
about this one?
millimeters, another one.
World Trade Center. Ooh, you guys remember that?
It's the last thing I remember
I
Oliver
really
Stone
enjoyed
doing.
World Trade Center myself.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
That's really
I haven't
hot.
seen it.
I just think it was made
I thought
way
that
too
was Oliver
early.
Stone. Who am I
You
thinking?
can't
of?
make a nine. You can't
he
make a
do his own
9/11
one?
movie 4 years after it happened. Like that's just a
Well-
poor decision.
I mean, it's one of those ones like I don't like with the way they did the World Trade Center movie. I think it wasn't sort of highlighting the actual people that did the tragedy. It was more the talking about the heroes behind
The
it.
heroes there. Yeah.
Because I think United 93 came out that same year. So I think doing the World Trade September 11 movies from that point of view, where they were sort of more to highlight the actual heroes of that and not trying to glory the actual villains of it, I think that worked. It was fine that way. I think if they were trying to make it as a big terrorist thing, then I think that people would have more of an issue if they did it that way.
Okay.
But then again, I'm from New Zealand, so
Yeah, I think it hits a little different here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9/11 over there is called 9/12.
Ah! Oh my lord.
I mean that. I'm not going to lie. It's about the date that I found out about it technically.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the tier list.
Moving on.
I think that's good.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Solid list. Okay then.
Yeah.
There was no remake of Left Behind on there. Could have been the best, but
Yep.
probably in the
I
guys.
mean,
No,
one of
Lord
the
of
ones I was
War.
One
Lord
of the
of
ones I was
War.
surprised wasn't there was Spider-Verse.
See,
Oh
I
yeah,
had
Into the
thought-
Spider-Verse.
I had thought about that one, but it kind of, I don't know. I feel like out of all of these movies, that one he has the least amount of screen time in.
I mean, I think he's got more screen time in Spider-Verse than he did in Teen Titans Go to the Movie.
Yeah, he definitely did there.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a Nick Cage movie, Spider-Verse, so I wouldn't put it on him myself.
Yeah.
Well, that was a Q ranking, so why don't we get to some entertainment news if everybody is okay with that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start off with this. If it is official, Sean Levy is directing Deadpool 3. What do you guys think about that piece of news?
I haven't seen that movie that they did, Free Guy. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that the movie that they just did together and stuff like that? But I
Well,
guess they enjoy working together. I don't know what
I
else
mean,
he's done.
Sean Levy also did the Adam Project, which just
Right.
came out as
I'm
well.
hearing great things about that. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. But on that note, like Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds clearly do work together, but some of his there's I'm just trying to think. Sean Levy's is one of those hit and miss directors for me,
Mhm.
but because there's a few movies that he's done, I'm not a big fan of. But but the ones that he's done with Ryan Reynolds, I've enjoyed. So I think Sean Levy could do well. He has done a lot of kid movies. I think he's done a lot of sort of R-rated movies, which does worry me a little bit. But I think they can work out. It can work.
Also, don't forget, Sean Levy also did Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. So they're good. They're probably friendly anyway. Could we get Hugh Jackman a cameo in Deadpool 3?
I think we absolutely
not?
could.
Yeah, if it's coming out with all this multiverse stuff, why not?
Yeah. Deadpool in the multiverse. Like, I think there's some stuff they could do there. In terms of this news, I think it makes sense. It sounds like Sean and Reynolds have established a pretty good relationship here. They seem to have a couple hits on their hand with Free Guy, which I haven't seen yet. Adam Project, I also haven't seen, but seems like pretty well received with both of those movies. And yeah, I agree with Malcolm that Levy's a bit of a hit or miss director. Like, I love Night at the Museum movies. He did those, but he also did like The Internship, which is horrible. And like the Pink Panther reboot with Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, so he's a little hit or miss. I would agree with Malcolm on that one, but I do think this makes sense to put him with Reynolds again for Deadpool 3.
I just looked him up, and he looks like he's directed 8 episodes of Stranger Things. Does that mean
he has?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. He created it. That's his movie.
shit? All right,
Yeah.
I fucking love Stranger Things, so yeah, I'm on board
This
for
is
sure.
great. Yeah.
As long as they who's going to be writing Deadpool 3? Is it still going to be
the same
Reynolds
people.
still involved?
The same people.
Well, yeah, then you got a pathway to success. You just have to make sure the camera's pointed at people right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones because I mean, I don't know how Deadpool, like, what the plan is for Deadpool and how they're going to integrate him into the main MCU timeline. Whether it's going to be multiverse shenanigans or whether it's just going to be like he's been here the whole time, just been sitting in this bubble that he can just pop up out anywhere he wants. But it's one of those ones because I can't remember what I was watching that was talking about this also, but because in the first Deadpool movie, in that final fight, they were fighting on what looked unmistakably like the helicarrier. So they could find a way to work that in that they were actually in the MCU the whole time.
Right.
Yeah. And I think with all this multiverse stuff going around too, it makes sense that you just kind of do whatever you want with Deadpool.
I think it was confirmed that it was actually the helicarrier. I think that was because it does look exactly like the helicarrier.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, Deadpool he's kind of that weird character. He's almost in his own like universe. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Very much like a parody and like sort of a meta thing going on there as well. So I think.
I think
you can do a lot with the characters.
And the other thing is, depending on what characters come over with him, it could mean Colossus will become the first X-Men and introduced fully into the MCU.
Could be.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the writers on this. So yes, Ryan Reynolds and Paul Wernick are co-writers, but the main writers credited are Wendy and Lizzie Molnier, who wrote for Bob's Burgers.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And to be fair, if Deadpool shows up, he would be the first mutant, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they do with Professor X. But,
oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happened.
sorry. You haven't seen the trailer for Multiverse of Madness yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
Well,
voice.
I forgot
there.
about-
It's
If
Captain
it is
Picard. It's
Professor
Captain
X,
Picard.
I mean, we didn't
Captain-
see the body; we just heard the voice of Patrick Stewart. So whether that not it's going to be Professor X is the other
Right.
thing.
That's
Well,
true. He could be a
my
completely
theory
different
is
character.
my theory is that he's a variant of Professor X. He's not the Professor X that we know from the
They can
X-Men
do whatever the
universe,
fuck they
but
want
yeah,
now, and it's going to be
yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this confirmed as well to be like a still stick with the R-rated thing? So this has potentially be
Yeah.
the first ever R-rated Disney movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Movie. Yes.
If anything, it probably wouldn't be released under Disney. They probably might release it under the Fox banner or something because back in the day, like that's how Touchstone came about, was so
Yeah.
Disney could make more mature films, but without attaching it to the name of Disney.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the Fox banner at the moment is going by the name 20th Century Productions or something like that, because I think that's what Free Guy came out under as well.
Do they have the
Oh.
fanfare before, like the drums and the fanfare going? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's mostly the same, but it's just they've just removed the word Fox. It's just 20th Century Productions.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Okay. Good. That'd be. Yeah. I don't think anybody would have a fucking problem with that, right?
No.
No. Okay, the next topic. Did you guys like the movie This Is 40? Because that's getting a sequel. A John Apatow movie?
This
Yeah.
is the spin-off to Knocked
And
Up,
it's
right?
a-
With Paul
yeah,
Rudd and
yeah,
Yeah,
Leslie
it's the
Yeah.
sequel itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's it going to be? This is 50? Is he going to just do
Yeah.
it every 10 years?
Yeah.
probably.
Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? Did you like This Is 40?
I mean, it's been like this year is the 10-year anniversary of This Is 40, so the sequel probably would be called This Is 50.
Yeah.
Well,
That's insane. You guys are making me feel old here.
how dare you?
Um,
How dare you?
Yeah, I mean, I already feel old talking to the youngins online.
That's true. Yeah, I'm
th-
only 22 years old.
I did not see This Is 40, but I do love Knocked Up. I think Knocked Up is one of the best comedies of the last couple decades. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go see This Is. I'll do like a binge. I'll watch all three of these.
This is 40 has good bits in it, but if you're going in and expecting a knocked up style
Not gonna see
comedy,
that.
you're not gonna get it. It's more of a drama. It has some good bits though, like going to Vegas on mushrooms was fun. That was a great scene. But yeah, was I holding my breath for a sequel to the sequel of Knocked Up? I was not. But
Right.
will I
Yeah.
watch this? Yeah, I'll probably
Sure.
will. I wouldn't go see it. I'll wait for it to come out on video.
The
There's a-
Blu-ray, yeah.
well, not even that. It'd just be Netflix or whatever.
Right.
the hell it is.
Redbox. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody use
This-
Redbox anymore? Yeah.
yeah, I don't know
Absolutely
what
Yeah.
they could do with this. It's going to sort of not seem like a copycat or just a retread of what they've already done and knocked up. And this is 40. I mean, maybe it's going to be like a combination of the two, and it's going to be like Paul Rudd and that being like coming to terms with the daughter being pregnant and then coming to terms. I'm not sure what the age is in that, but yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Judd Apatow's just doing this so he gives his kids and his wife a job again and stuff like that. Get them out of the house
Yeah.
for a while.
In that movie, yeah. I think it could be good. It might be, he might need to cut out some of the fat because the 40 is a little too long. But if he cuts out some time, I think it could be good. Why not?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's no reason why it won't. It doesn't have to be. It can be. It has to be bad.
Right.
But This Is 40 was fine. It was fine. It was, why I
Yeah.
don't see why 10 years later we needed another one and stuff like that.
Right.
But they're gonna do one. So yeah, will it be interesting to watch? I think yes. Will it be something that if I had never known this thing was going to come out, would I have been too upset about it? I would not have.
Well, I move on to the next topic. What did you guys think about Sonic 2 trailer that came out?
I haven't seen it. I didn't even know they were making one. But I don't have my ear to the ground on the Sonic news and stuff like that. You know what? I don't even know if I've seen the first Sonic movie.
I
know
have
there's a whole,
not.
but I've heard that it's really good, but I haven't seen it.
That's what I hear as well. I have not seen the first Sonic movie either, but I hear like people are saying it might be the first like good, like really good video game movie that we've had.
How
But
dare you?
I have seen the trailer for Sonic 2, and it does look like a lot of fun. So this might not be a movie that I choose to see, but I'm
Is
sure
Tails
it'll be
in
fun for
it?
the kids.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember playing the game like in the Sega Genesis when I was a kid and stuff like that. But yeah, again, I never saw the first one, so I don't know if I'd be too excited about seeing a second one. But maybe I'll make a double feature of it someday.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've seen the first movie. I was really excited about seeing Sonic 2. And this trailer just looks a lot of fun. Like you get to see like the classic Dr. Robotnik ships flying around in
Okay.
the giant Dr.
With like the
Robotnik.
domes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even the giant robot makes an appearance. I mean, I'm one of those ones that I was never a big fan of Sonic as a character in the first place. I was like, because I know when the first movie was announced, I was like, why are they making a movie of this character? But I went to see the movie, enjoyed it. It was fun. But I still don't like the character of Sonic, but I like his movies. So
Did you like the eyes? Are you glad they held the movie back for 6 months so
well,
they could fix
well,
the
that's
eyes
the thing.
on it?
Well, that's the thing.
Cool.
When all the
Yeah.
controversy about the way he was originally designed, I was like, what's the big deal? You're not going to get it.
I don't know, man.
Business.
That first design like terrified me. I had fucking nightmares from that. Like
What?
whatever the hell
Weird.
that monstrosity, that CGI monstrosity that was created.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
scary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
And
Um,
I mean,
Going
that's part of the
full
reason
on,
why I'm
like-
more really excited.
It looks like he's going full like mask Jim Carrey in this.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. He's one of the better parts of the first one as well. Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons I really enjoyed. Was like, it's got Jim Carrey in it. He's a lot of fun. Like, he's a lot of fun. It's like, this is Jim Carrey back on form of what he did in the 90s. And
Oh shit. So I have to watch this movie? I guess I do.
yeah,
God damn it. All right.
I think this is
Mhm.
a good like afternoon edible type of watch
Ooh.
here.
Exactly. Okay. And keeping talking about trailers, Miss Marvel released its trailer. What did we all think about this?
This looks
Love
like
it.
so much fun. I love how the MCU is continuing to like, have different tones with all their different projects. You got like this, and you got Hawkeye, and then you also have like a broken multiverse that they're also trying to fix. But this looks like it has like just a lot of heart and a lot of like passion involved in it. And I think that this actress, I forget her name, but she's seems to be really embracing this role, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this character, because you got Ms. Marvel, and then you have the other Marvels as well. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson's character,
Yeah.
and then Photon or whatever her name is, Monica Rambeau, as well.
Right.
And they're going to get their own movie next year, I believe. in
Oh,
2023,
right.
so-
The Marvels, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Marvel. So I think this is going to obviously tie into that. But this looks like a lot of fun for sure. And I'm looking forward to watching it. Like right after, like you got Moon Knight, which is like a crazy tone. You got Multiverse of Madness, which has its own tone, and then there's like this. So it's a lot of good stuff happening in the MCU for
Did
sure.
anyone else get Scott Pilgrim versus the World vibes from this trailer?
100%.
Okay.
100% did. But that's a good thing. That's a great thing. I
Yeah,
love
no,
that
for
fucking
sure.
movie.
Based on that alone, I'm excited for it.
We had
Yeah.
a heated debate about Scott Pilgrim last night on the Kiwi Jess show. Though. We had some real strong opinions on that movie. But
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
but yeah, I mean, I like the comic book tone, like stylized of this trailer. I mean, I'm kind of hoping the whole series is not going to be like that, but I'd like to see at least for the transition between scenes, like they do a big comic book transition or something like that. That I wouldn't mind, but a whole movie in this tone of what they did in the trailer might not. I might not get on board with that.
Yeah, it didn't go over so
The
well.
only way-
That Hulk movie from the early 2000s had a lot of
I
Yeah.
know.
people
The
didn't
only
like it.
way I would see that thing actually working with that comic book stuff is like she served as her own narrator and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know very much about Ms. Marvel. I know a little bit, like I've known about her for 10 years and stuff like that, like this character. But I never like dug into the comics and stuff like that of it. So, but that's a
yeah.
good thing. I enjoy watching something where I have nothing invested. I don't know what they can do whatever they want with her. I'm not gonna get pissed off because this isn't how the fucking comic book went. Could not give two shits how the comic book went. I want to see how the
Yeah.
TV show goes. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Agreed.
why I
Yeah,
fucking love Peacemaker. I had no fucking idea who this fucking guy was, and that television show kicked ass because I had zero expectations. I loved it, and I can't wait for Moon Knight. It's the same thing. I have no idea really who the character is, so they can do whatever the fuck they want with him. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those ones like I expect that we're going to get cameos from Brie Larson and Monica Rambeau in this series.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end, where it's going to sort of lead into
Season finale, setting those three up.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's going to lead into them going away on the rock band tour. I mean, they're going to be known as the Marvels.
Nice, I like it.
The super group. Yeah.
I love her.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones like, I've only relatively new to Miss Marvel myself. Like I'm aware they've changed her powers from her being an inhuman to that. I don't have an issue with that because one, they're introducing the Fantastic Four later, so they're not going to want to have some of that same kind of power thing as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And also they want to not have the shade of the Inhumans over them either because that went over so well when they brought in the Inhumans.
They
didn't it?
fucking botched it. They botched it.
Aye.
Yeah.
What do you
The other
got?
thing that's cool about this that I like is that, Ms. Marvel is another character that they're sort of setting up as like the next generation of like Avengers, right? So you got like her, you got Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, all these like new characters that they're bringing in. It does seem like they're starting the next like lineup of the Avengers.
Scarlet
Yeah.
Witch's kids too, right?
Scarlet Witch, yep, newer,
I'm excited for She-Hulk.
She-Hulk,
How do you see her fitting into all this?
yeah. That's gonna be another interesting one to look at. I think we're gonna get some more stuff with her, some more stuff with Banner, and I think Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock.
Daredevil for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because she's a lawyer
I
too.
think.
Lawyer thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much confirmed that Charlie Cox is going to be involved there. I know it's been rumored for a long time, but I think he's going to make an appearance.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah, we just saw Kingpin.
Although
Hawkeye,
I think in the comics she's a lawyer in Washington D.C. and not in New York. But what are you gonna do? You can move She-Hulk wherever now. Who gives a shit? Plus, she was also in the Fantastic Four, so she could show up in that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones because, like Charlie Cox could come and visit at some stage. Like I think Charlie Cox might going to make some appearances. I don't think it's going to be important that he's in there the whole time though. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, especially the Hulk part of this, we find out sort of how the Hulk was not in his Professor Hulk look in the post-credit scenes of Shang-Chi. So
right. Yeah, that's a interesting question.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I don't know that much about the She-Hulk. Is she can she go back and forth between
I don't think so. I don't remember her ever doing that. But she is the same as the She-Hulk as she was when she was, what was her name? Jennifer Walters?
Yeah,
Is
so
that right?
basically what happened, the origin of the character is she is Bruce Banner's cousin, and something
Yeah,
happens to her, and he has to
a
give her a
blood
blood
transfusion.
transfusion. And if I'm not mistaken, she's permanently trapped in that form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But she's
Okay.
still herself. She doesn't like
Yeah.
roid rage out like the Hulk.
Yeah, it's like Professor Hulk.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's my theory. This plays
Lawyer
into my
Hulk.
theory. So
Yeah.
Professor Hulk, after snapping, did some pretty serious damage, it looked like, to his arm there. So is there going to be some sort of transference where he's sort of like, they need to separate Professor Hulk, they need to separate Banner from the Hulk again, and the way to do that would be to make a blood transfer between the two. Maybe there's something there, but there's got to be some explanation on both how she becomes She-Hulk and how the Hulk went from Professor
Something-
Hulk to now back to Banner again.
Yeah, in the comics, it was him giving a blood transfusion to her because he was the only match. But yeah, I don't know how they'll be able to do it. It's
I mean,
going to be
yeah,
strange,
I-
but they can do whatever they want.
Right.
Yeah, because
be
I
just
think
on
what
board.
Dagan is trying. I think what Dagan is trying to say is when they take the blood out of Hulk,
Right.
then he's goes back to being Banner, and then Jennifer is trapped in the Hulk body.
Right,
as-
and now she's got the Professor Hulk thing going on. So
yeah,
Yeah.
does that mean that maybe they even separated the Hulk and transferred the Hulk to her?
No,
Because
I-
like
I don't know.
Yeah, because like what are they gonna do with Banner now? Like, is he ever gonna what's the deal there? There's another thing in the comics where they separate the Hulk and Banner, and he's now two separate characters. He's with the Hulk and Banner, so
yeah,
maybe
that didn't really
but-
work. But
Yeah, I don't know if that would play off as well.
They've done lots of things with the Hulk, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? This is gonna like that whole thing, that whole how she's gonna become the She-Hulk is gonna take like 15 minutes, and you won't remember it.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be the one about what happens after she becomes the She-Hulk.
Right.
Who
Right.
gives a shit how she becomes it?
It might even be in the intro, in the theme song, for all we know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
First
I'm
scene of the
looking-
show. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I think
really
there's
good.
a really good lineup of Marvel shows coming up here. I mean, between that, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. I mean, those are ones to really look forward to. And then
The second series of What If I think is coming this year as well.
Is it? I
I mean,
really like that. A lot of
I mean,
people are on the
according to-
fence
yeah.
for some reason about that.
Not that this is the be all end all of knowledge, but apparently, according to Wikipedia, it's set for 2022. So
Ooh.
okay,
Wikipedia never lies.
sometimes it lies, but
it's not like anybody can just go in there and edit it, or anything.
Well, I mean,
How dare you?
correct me if I'm wrong, but in Wikipedia, is the lawsuit listed as a comedy or drama? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Alright, so that's it for the movie topic. Now to get on to the second game before we wind down. This won't take long.
Hashtag wind down.
Hashtag
So is that the new name for the show? So we don't have it.
Before we move on, they actually have released an official first look at her. It appeared on merchandise here.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Is it a toy spoiling things?
No. It's like a thermos. It's literally
Okay.
a thermos. But yeah, you actually see what she looks like as She-Hulk.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that's what I figured she would look like.
Great.
I like
fact.
it.
Yep, that's good.
Spoilers!
Spoilers!
As much as I love Lego, I also hate them for consistently spoiling comic book movies.
Yeah.
I know, maybe. Okay.
But anyway, I was going to ask, are we going to change the name of the show to Wind Down so we don't have any lawsuits in the future then? Or
Yeah, hasn't
No.
this happened before?
feuds?
I have been getting
Yeah.
deja vu vibes all night. Being on the
No,
first
no,
episode
no.
of an Unwind show, and there's also a New Zealander here. Come on.
No,
Get rid of some gimmick infringement going on.
no, I got it all taken care of.
There you go. There you go.
There we
A
go.
real feud.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah, you got the next thing, right? Because you never sent it to me.
Yeah, I know why isn't this working? No.
We are experiencing technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
we're having some issues. Like
Guys,
I
it's
couldn't
the
make my
first episode.
Gmail.
It's a brand new show.
Yeah,
It's live. What are you gonna do? Also, Dagon's
Right?
here. So
I'm also here. I'm trying to calculate how many hours of streaming I've done over the last like 24 hours. I think it's like closing in on 15 or so
you're
hours.
gonna turn into the goddamn lawnmower man.
One second, guys, I'm sorry.
Ben's deep in thought here.
Yeah, should we keep riffing while Ben is
You know what? I know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think this is going to work today.
Don't worry about it. I want to see that She-Hulk picture again.
Yeah.
So like I was surprised that they're showing her in like the purple suit, like the comics actual kind of suit that she had, and not just like as a lawyer, because I'm pretty sure this is just like a legal. It's more of a legal drama, isn't it? She-Hulk.
It is. Yeah, she's a lawyer.
Well, I know she's a lawyer.
I went to like look for that image again on Twitter so I could download and put it up here, but I typed in She-Hulk in the search, and this was the first image that came up.
Do we need to see this? Like, this is first thing, and we're not going to get bounced for this.
No.
I was like,
Oh,
what?
God.
get it off the screen, Soda.
Soda.
Yeah. Soda types into those weird sites that you're not allowed to do at work to look for She-Hulk pictures. Oh my
That was Twitter.
Can we go back and talk about the MCU here for a few minutes?
Yeah. Not talking about the MCU.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No, look,
I-
hey, there's like we were talking about the shows, but there's also like some movies coming out for the
Yeah.
MCU that I'm really hyped about. I mean, we got what Black Panther 2 coming out later this year.
Is it coming out this year?
Yeah, it's
I know
gonna
that
be in November.
I know that Doctor Strange, which is what I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan. Like
Yep.
from the comics and stuff like that. It was the most trippy, and also Pink Floyd sang about it. So I was always a big Doctor Strange fan. So I'm looking forward to that. I still haven't seen the goddamn new Spider-Man show, like No Way Home, and everybody loves that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, like why don't you just show her like I would rather have shown her like in a suit or something, but whatever. So I'm not sure how. Obviously I've been spoiled that there's fucking 500 different guys showing up in the Spider-Man show, but what are they going to do with Doctor Strange where they don't have the lore of like this whole other 2 series of movies? Who's going to show up besides we know that Scarlet Witch is going to be there.
Yep. We know that Captain Picard will be making an appearance.
Captain Picard is probably going to be there.
There's rumors of like Mr. Fantastic being introduced in this potentially.
Is
what's
like,
his name? John
honestly, do you think-
Krasinski. Yeah.
Is the Fantastic Four? Do you think this is how they introduce the Fantastic Four? Is through Doctor Strange? I know that they have history in the comics.
I think it's going to be a version of Mr. Fantastic. I wouldn't say the entire Fantastic Four, but I do think potentially the introduction of John Krasinski at least as Mr. Fantastic.
Provided that's going to be who they go with. But that being said, I think it's one of those ones because there was that whole trailer where they had that whole panel of people who are all darkened out.
The Illuminati.
And there was, Wait, it's one of those ones that was that circle of what people speculate as if that's it for a logo, which I don't know if it is. It just looks like a circle to me because you couldn't clearly see a 4 in there. But if it is going to be the first time you're going to see at least one of the Fantastic Four, I'm down for that. And I mean, there's a lot of people that could appear because, I mean, we know that Hugh Jackman's met with Kevin Feige at least once in the past few years, so Wolverine might make one appearance as well.
Money can do very, very good things.
I think I have nothing to back this up. I think we're going to get confirmation about mutants in the MCU going forward.
We might.
I think I think they're set up for that because
Hmm.
if Patrick Stewart is in this, we have Wanda in it. Could we get Ian McKellen as Magneto in it?
Ah,
Ooh, I
yeah,
don't know.
I wouldn't
don't know
go.
about-
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't go that way either. God damn.
I mean, I think it depends on what Ian McKellen's doing at the moment, if he's got time.
If I'm being honest, I think if they were gonna like completely like retcon everything and make it closer to the comics and make Magneto say Scarlet Witch's dad, I think Michael Fassbender actually would be a better choice because he's more closer in age than Ian McKellen to her. So I think that would probably work a little bit better.
I honestly think they should recast the whole thing. It'll be
They
fine.
probably will. They probably
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, well,
Here's what. Yeah.
No, what is about to get into? I think when they eventually do get around to actually introducing X-Men and making movies of them, that it's going to be recast. I think, because I think, like Doctor Strange 2 just breaking apart the multiverse, I think you're going to see all these things because I think Halle Berry's even rumored to be making an appearance as Storm because
Hugh Jackman potentially as well.
she's got a new haircut, so it's like, oh, that looks like it could be a variant Storm. Halle Berry's going to be Doctor Strange too.
I just love how people jump to those conclusions, like, "Oh, this actor cut their hair; they must be making an appearance." I actually have a theory about this, which is that this movie is obviously we have a multiverse going on. So the Earth 616 or whatever you want to call it, separate from the Fox X-Men universe, but they're all both coinciding in the same giant multiverse. We saw this with Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. They're in their own universes, right? And then they kind of cross over because the portal opens up. So my theory is that the Fox X-Men universe will be in this movie, but it will ultimately be destroyed. It will destroy the Fox X-Men universe, paving way for the MCU version of the X-Men, which will all be complete.
Yeah, based on it, I'm looking at this specifically from a comic book standpoint because I've seen more of this comic books. And I'm looking at Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was the first one, and then that one you had like several versions of Superman, several versions of all these characters, and by the end they had all merged.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're going to do is I think something's going to happen and the worlds are going to merge into one and we will have maybe some old characters come back, but definitely new versions of characters come back as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Malcolm.
Yeah, because I mean, there's the rumors of like Tom Cruise coming in as a version of Iron Man.
Yeah,
which
that would be fun because he was one of the original front runners.
Yeah. But I mean, it's different. But I think Kevin Feige has said in an interview, I can't remember where he said it, but I think he said that Doctor Strange 2 is going to change what the MCU is going forward. So, which is going to be interesting to figure out what we can expect from the movies coming after this, which is Thor: Love and Thunder and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So.
That's the one I was trying to think of that's coming out in the summer is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's like Waititi. It's going to be fun.
I trust in Waititi. Anything with him attached is going to be gold, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've been in various debates with people who don't like Ragnarok because of what Taika did a drastic change in the character from what he was in the Dark World.
Well,
which
one do we prefer, though? I mean, really, Thor the Dark World or the Ragnarok?
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like in the cartoons and all that, like they've done before, he is more of a jokey sort of character, and it's not so serious, just by style. So. I think Taika's style of what Thor is, I think, is more close to what the comics is than what he started off being in the MCU.
And like one of the things like people forget, like it is based on comic books. And if you look at comic books, whenever a new writer, or in this case, a new director takes over a property, he changes the character. Always. That is always a given. So yeah, I mean, that's just dumb. But that's
That's a kind of I disagree with that opinion, but
yeah, me too.
I am looking forward to this. Like the fact that they convinced Natalie Portman to come back and that they're
Love and
actually
Thunder.
and
Yeah,
they're
for
actually
sure.
going with the Jane Foster Thor thing there. That's going to be very interesting.
Are they
Well,
going to do the same thing where every
I was
time
going to
she,
ask.
yeah, where every time she uses the power, she gets closer to dying and stuff like that?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
wondering about that. Is it going to be
Yes.
that? Or are they going to bring in
It's
that
a
whole like
heartbreaker.
the cancer storyline thing from the comics? Like it's going to be very interesting to see
yeah,
what they do.
I
with
mean,
her.
I'm not sure, but I think it's like one of those ones because I think it's one of those ones you say to any actors like, "Do you want to come onto the superhero property? You'll get to play a superhero." It's like I think Natalie Portman would jump at the chance to actually be able to wield the hammer.
No,
and
no,
dress
Natalie,
up.
you actually will be Thor in this film. Like,
Also,
oh, okay.
they also have this dump truck that they put a lot of money in,
Yeah.
and they're just going to
yeah.
empty it onto her front lawn and
The
take off.
MCU
Do
today
whatever
I
you want.
mean,
is different
to
than
be
when she was in the last time. Because remember, she was upset that they didn't hire the director she wanted, but now things have changed. We've had more female directors, we've had more diversity and stuff like that. So I could definitely see that playing a factor in her saying, "Okay, I'll come back."
yeah,
Was it Infinity War that she was in, or
Endgame.
she
used old
technically
footage. It
wasn't
was
there.
Yeah.
They just
Oh, okay.
reused some deleted footage or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, right.
So I don't think she actually reshot anything for that.
No.
It's
scene.
just like
It was
one
just
shot of her sleeping. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they'll find it.
I mean, we have some good MCU stuff coming out,
Yeah.
and that's not to sleep on some good Star Wars stuff coming out. We have Obi-Wan and
I'm so
Ahsoka.
hyped for Obi-Wan.
Good,
Man.
Oh, Obi-Wan
Yeah.
is good.
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
is something that I've been waiting for basically since Disney bought Star Wars. I think everybody's been wanting to see Ewan come back and play this character again, and he was like easily the best part for me of prequels, or at least one of them. And yeah, I am so hyped for this show. It comes out like just a few days after my birthday, so it's a nice little like birthday present to me from Disney. So
They did it on
yeah.
purpose.
Which
Yeah.
does bring me on to something because I don't think Ben had it initially in the show notes, but it came out that they're not putting that Darth Maul is not going to be in the Obi-Wan series.
Oh, really? Have you watched Rebels? Apparently, the original writers for this project did not watch.
So, sorry, going to go back to the Natalie Portman thing. So, yes, it was old footage, but she recorded voiceover for the movie. So, it's yes. No.
Yeah.
When did she have any dialogue?
There's some dialogue.
Yeah.
That's her entering in the room,
right?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. I was more sort of background dialogue.
Yeah,
but in saying that, it wouldn't like even though she did have yeah, it's one of those weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, I'm one of those ones that. I know there's a lot of people out there going nuts with the fact that Darth Maul's not going to be in this. He doesn't need to be because
the whole sense for the timeline.
His arc in Rebels was about him trying to find Obi-Wan to do that fight, and they've had that last fight. Even though this is probably set before that fight, it's not going to be. It's going to make Rebels seem less impactful because of it.
I think what happened is that the original writers of this show, or it probably wasn't even, it was probably before that, it was probably when they were writing it as a movie, had this idea to bring in Darth Maul, because like, oh, Darth Maul, everybody wants to see Darth Maul, because everybody likes that character, and he has history with Obi-Wan and that stuff, but they apparently didn't watch Rebels, because, again, timeline-wise, it just does not match up at all, and I think what happened was that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau potentially as well, but certainly Filoni stepped in and went, no, this doesn't make sense. What makes a hell of a lot more sense is for it to be Vader, because the lines aren't like, in the movies are allude to that they met in between Revenge of the Sith and that last fight that they have in A New Hope. So it makes a lot more sense to have that be Vader and Inquisitors.
I think I know what happened. I bet anything that after Solo came out, remember Maul made a cameo in Solo, I bet somebody was like, gee, everybody loves Maul, now to put him in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So then, I bet you that's what happened. And then Filoni found out, and that's when they got rid of Maul.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it's yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones because I know that that I think either Obi-Wan or Vader says in New Hope that it's been a long time.
Mhm.
So there's and I think everyone's took that to mean that it's like, oh, they haven't seen each other since their fight in Sith. So if they and because I know there's a lot of people that saying that, well, if we put Vader in here, it's going to ruin that lie. But it's like, well, it's still going to, after this fight that they may have in this, it's
Yeah.
still going to be a long time between the season finale of
Right.
this and A New Hope. I don't know.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. Well, he was still learning at this point in the timeline.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like
Yeah.
10 years after Revenge of the Sith, so he's still like becoming that
Yeah.
evil Sith
It's just
Lord.
if they're gonna meet, it can't be on Tatooine though. That's the
No.
thing. Because
No.
it cannot be on Tatooine.
It
Otherwise,
won't. I
Vader
think.
knows.
I mean, there's the concept art of it, the fight happening on Mustafar. So potentially
Oh,
Vader's
yeah.
castle. Maybe somehow Obi-Wan ends up back on Mustafar. I would kind of prefer a different setting since their fight in Sith was on Mustafar, but maybe Vader's castle would be the place to do that.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That would make
Yeah.
that would make sense. But yeah, go back to Vader's turf where he knows how to use the terrain now.
And also
Right.
give them a reason to
I know,
reuse this.
I know. Naboo. Let's do it on Naboo.
Oh, come
No,
on.
seriously, like there is a connection there. Padme.
To borrow a line from Star Wars, I've got a bad feeling about this. I
Oh.
feel, yes, I don't know why. Like, I really enjoyed Mandalorian. I fucking loved it. Again, because I don't know the characters, I have zero expectations. Like, I don't know if they're gonna just try and do fan service for Obi-Wan Kenobi for some reason. I am not as excited as a lot of people are for Obi-Wan, but of course I'm going to watch the goddamn thing. What am I going to do?
Also, do you really think Vader's going to willingly go back to Tatooine?
No.
He doesn't like sand.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was bad before. Now imagine if he gets in his Vader costume. That's just not gonna get out.
It's coarse, it's rough,
Imagine James Earl
it's
Jones going,
irritating, and
"I
it gets
don't like
everywhere.
sand."
Yeah.
So here's something that's like obviously because now we're getting closer to the Alex Guinness version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Do you think that Ewan McGregor is going to change his portrayal to incorporate more of Alec Guinness into his Obi-Wan?
You
Maybe
think
a
he's
little
going to become a
bit.
crazy old wizard?
Yeah, because he
I
used
do-
to do that in the movies. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering-
One of my nitpicks on the trailers that I think that he should have more gray hair in his beard, but that's just me because he's it's in between.
Well,
So he should be like a halfway in between Alec Guinness and Ewan.
I want to see what the hell happened to Uncle Owen to age him 20 years.
I mean, yeah,
right?
yeah, but
Yeah,
him for sure.
Because
Look, Bonnie Peace, who plays Aunt Peru, she starting to look like more and more like that character in A New Hope. Like if you go on Google and look for a
I'm looking it
picture
up right now.
of Bonnie Peace in 2022.
Are they using the same actress from Revenge of the Sith, like the one that was in
Bonnie
that
Peace.
the one that was in the cult?
Yeah,
The-
Bonnie Peace.
Okay, well, that's
Piesse.
Oh, she is. Yeah, you're right.
She's like, I mean, I'm not saying she looks like that old lady, but I'm just saying that
she's growing into it.
exactly. Like out of any of these characters, she seems like the most that is morphing into that older version.
Right.
Of
She's
the
getting a
story.
70s style bowl
Is that
cut.
what you're referring to, Dagan?
Yes.
Yeah, next.
If you pull up a side by side of her and Aunt Peru from A New Hope,
I'm gonna look
it,
into that.
it does look pretty good. Like they, what's her name here?
yeah, because I think I think by the end of the series, as I can't remember where I put the comment, but I know I said like I wouldn't be surprised if at the very last scene of the movie is like some kind of digital recreation of the first time Obi-Wan and Luke meet at the start of A New Hope, just as a kind of
There's no
to
way
show
that's the
that-
first time they meet, though. Like,
Well,
he knows
no,
about
no,
Ben Kenobi.
that what I meant was the last scene is it's going to kind of whether it's going to be archive footage of them showing that scene from A New Hope
Oh,
at the
right,
very
yeah.
end.
Mm.
And then that way it goes, well, this is the full Obi-Wan story. There's not going to there's not going to be a season 2 for Obi-Wan. So just as a way to
No.
kind of close off Obi-Wan's story at least, because as much as I like Ewan McGregor, I don't see any need for a second series of Obi-Wan.
No,
No,
make
I
this a
couldn't see
limited
it.
one. That's that's all I want is just a limited.
What do you
series.
think of those like Inquisitor kind of characters that they're showing in the trailer? I actually like those quite a lot.
Yeah, I like them too.
Yeah. The one thing that I wish is that they got Jason Isaacs to come back and voice the Grand Inquisitor. Because
I've
that's
seen
who
people complaining about his look. Yeah, I do kind of get that. He looks a little weird compared to
but I mean,
you know.
well, that's the
Is
thing.
that
Like,
Jason
I don't know.
Isaacs that's doing that character?
Jason Isaacs played that character in Rebels, but it's I
Oh,
believe it's
okay.
in this series. I think it's going to be Rupert Friend or someone like that.
Right.
I think
Okay.
it's
So
cast
yeah,
as
I'm just showing my my blindness when it comes to the cartoons and stuff like that. I had no idea. I thought this was something they did just for the show.
no. I mean, as I said, like I would have loved for them to bring Jason Isaacs back because it's not like with the likes of Ahsoka, you really can't bring the actual actors of voice because it's. But Jason Isaacs is a different thing. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Jason Isaacs is the bomb. He's still responsible for my most hated villain in all of film. Kathy
Wow.
I
From
mean-
The Patriot.
Oh, I love that movie, but that villain just angers me so much for the shit he does. But yeah, like
Yeah.
Megan was saying, like this, I couldn't find a true side by side, but this is from the trailer, and then this is
This
the
is her relatively now, and then yeah,
that's the original actress. This
it's
is the
getting
guy.
there. It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's been a
Oh,
hard
wait.
10 years. It's been a hard 10 years, guys.
Man, what? That's what happens when you live under someone's sun.
Yeah, there's two sides.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it dries you out, man. It dries you out.
Yeah, you need a little
I
more
mean-
space sunscreen. Yeah.
A little leathery in Ted.
I mean, it's just like Jude Law as Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts. Like
Mhm.
you look at it, Richard Harris, like it's been a hard road for Dumbledore.
Yeah.
So between Fantastic
All right, as we got to right now, then go around the horn, then say where everybody can find you. Then where can everyone find you?
You can find me right there on my Twitter at DaganSB, and you can also find me on the Let's Get Ready Network. We had a great show today with Any Given Schmo Day. Myself, Corey Cameron, and Josh. We talked about all the stuff, including that crazy scene at the end of Friday Night Titans. It was just an incredible thing there, and we had Christian Harloff called in, and a few other people called in as well. So yeah, we're having a lot of fun with that show, and a lot of fun with everything else going on the Let's Get Ready Network. So yeah, if you're watching this and you want to give us a like or a subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. And we got people like Snark over there as well, hanging in the Discord and yapping away with Ferris and Justin and everybody until about the wee hours of the morning. So only $1 to join our Patreon for that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's not. How about you, my man? Where can everyone find you?
Guys, every single Tuesday night, you'll find me over on the Northern Entertainment Group co-hosting a show called Have You Seen This? We're going to talk television news, tell what we're watching, what we're doing deep dives on shows that we have watched, what we're hoping for with shows that are coming up. You can watch that with my buddy Daniel and I, 8 o'clock Central Time. Sorry, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and whatever. Figure out the time zones for yourselves. Other than that, you'll find me hanging around these kind of spaces, and I'm happy that I've done a few shows with Ben, and hopefully we'll do a few more shows together. And now that he's on his own, breaking out on his own, and I'm very proud of him. But this is, yeah, usually I just show up and wreak havoc if I can.
We wouldn't have it any other way. Malcolm, how about you, my man? Where can everyone find you?
You can find me over on Take 3 Productions, where I host Rankum every Saturday night. Last night we did top 12 Oscar-winning scores, and then next week we're doing top 12 Ryan Reynolds movies.
I did Rocky 1966 go on that list.
What score was it?
Sorry, so for the scores, were you going by for ones that were nominated?
The ones that won.
Oh, damn. No Rocky. Never mind.
Get out of here, Soda.
But yeah, you could also come join the Take 3 Productions Facebook page. We're too cool for a Discord. but I'm at the moment. Well, no, I say this as a joke, but it's just
In your face,
I don't know.
Dagan.
I don't understand Discord a lot, but at the moment on the Facebook page, I'm running a franchise tournament. So if you want to see hard-hitting matchups like James Bond versus the Before trilogy or X-Men versus Batman, then come join that, because there's a lot
March
of really
Madness.
interesting battles. Pretty
I like it.
much. There's definitely been some upsets because the Muppets took out Star Trek and Indiana Jones.
Oh my God!
Oh, wow.
Call Soda. Call the
What the
cops.
fuck, Kermit?
Soda. Call the police.
Come on.
But yeah, that's all the fun that's happening over there.
Nice. And guys, you can find me right here every Sunday night, right back here on Unwind. Every Monday on Deep Time, where I go into a TV show once a week. And every Wednesday on Jedi Academy, where I give you my thoughts on Star Wars with my co-host, Don. You can also find me over at the No Good Entertainment group on every Tuesday on We Want the Tape, and every Sunday on No Good Countdown. Well, guys, thank you for hanging with me. This was a whole lot of fun. Can't wait to come back here every week with you and hang out. And until next time,